Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will be sharing with you our career journey, as this was one of the requested videos on our channel, so we thought we should devote an entire video sharing with you our journey right after grade 12 up till now. We'll share with you our experiences, and hopefully this will help and guide some of you who are planning to walk down the same path.
Starting off with a little bit of our background, both of us have graduated from this institute called IISER, or Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, from Mohali, which is a little town in Punjab closest to the city called Chandigarh in India. Before joining IISER, we finished our 12th grade, obviously. She did her schooling from Jodhpur and I did my schooling from Chennai.
Both of us got in IISER Mohali through two different paths. I took the IIT JEE and got a rank in extended merit list. That's how I entered IISER. He entered IISER through KVPY exam.
KVPY is the Kishore Vaigyani Protsahan Yojana. It's one of those scholarships that is awarded by the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore to encourage students to carry forward science in their career. The benefit of KVPY is that it offers scholarships, so it is a bit of an encouragement for students who do want to pursue science in their future.
Yeah, so both of us at IISER were getting scholarships. Yes. I was getting through Inspire, and as he mentioned, he was getting it through KVPY.
Inspire actually also offers scholarships, so no matter what method you choose to enter IISER, you would get a scholarship. So I think that's a pretty great incentive if you do plan to join IISER, any of the IISERs within the country. At IISER, you would complete or you would obtain a degree in bachelor's and master's together. So it's called the integrated bachelor's and master's degree in science, in whichever subject you plan to choose. For example, she got her degree in physics and I got my degree in chemistry. After we joined IISER, I think we had a pretty smooth life because we joined IISER in 2009. That was the time that IISER Mohali was about 2 years old. So little bit of a baby institute, I would say. And also we didn't have like proper campus, proper buildings and all. So we were actually located in this sector 26, which was, I believe it was called MGCPA.
Yeah.
It was mainly allocated for IAS officers for their training purposes and all. But we were lucky enough to be a part of that institute. So we started off our journey at IISER in sector 26 in Chandigarh.
And then from there we moved on to the permanent campus, which was just building up in Mohali.
Yeah, so we spent 2 years of our life in sector 26 in Chandigarh, which is awesome. And after 2 years, we went on to our new campus, which was still under construction in sector 81 in Mohali.
Yeah. The thing I missed the most after moving to Mohali was the awesome food in mess in MGCPA.
Yep.
But the thing I enjoyed the most after moving to Mohali was a single room.
Right, absolutely. In the initial phase of our life at IISER, we were sharing rooms with 2 to 3 at the very minimum. I had to share my room with one guy in the beginning, but then after we moved to the new campus, we were pretty much all by ourselves in a particular room. So, and the room wasn't also not too small, so it was pretty comfortable. At IISER, the curriculum is laid out this way. In the first 2 years, you are exposed to all the different subjects in science, including chemistry, physics, biology, mathematics. And I guess even these days, you also have humanities, earth sciences, and much more, I believe.
At the end of 2 years, you're required to choose a subject as your majors, and you can have courses from other subjects as your electives. So I chose physics as my major and he chose chemistry as his majors. And the entire curriculum is designed such that you have effectively 4 years of coursework, and the final 5th year of this integrated BSMS BSMS degree that we took is devoted to research. a research project basically.
Right. So the fifth year is basically your master's thesis. The entire year is devoted for you to do research with the professor at your university or any IISER or any other institute outside of IISER as well.
So I believe at that point it was encouraged to choose a professor within your IISER, but at this stage I think people have the freedom to go out and
explore different universities
Yeah.
within the country. So I think that flexibility has definitely enabled a lot of students from IISER to go out, step out of just IISER and venture out different departments or different areas of research within the country. So that is very helpful. So our life at IISER was pretty amazing in the sense that we were just coming out of our shell. We didn't really have a alumni base, or neither did we have like a proper SRC or a proper organization, student organization where we could perform proper events like big cultural events. But slowly and steadily we grew up to that. I believe at the end of our third year, which was 2012, we were at a stage that we were able to organize proper events, cultural events. And one of those events at IISER Mohali is called Insomnia. I think few of our students from our batch and also from our senior batches were able to gather up enough funding to be able to organize this cultural event. It was a pretty big event and we were able to make it a big success.
I believe it was kind of good that we didn't have an organization or an SRC in place. We could all contribute in one way or the other, so that was the fun and the exciting bit. Yeah, now the situation is going to be much different, but I'm sure you will have a lot more opportunities to do well in extracurriculars at the same time performing well in your courses.
Yeah, a disclaimer, actually our knowledge base is based on 5 years back. So I'm pretty sure someone who has graduated recently from IISER, any of the IISERs, would have a much better understanding of how the situation is in all these IISERs. And another one of the cool features of IISER was that you would get funding or you would get enough grants in the summers to do projects outside or even within IISER. I remember I had met Sonia the first time when we were doing projects together in our first year, which was 2010 summer. We did our projects together in IISER because we didn't really have much exposure to any of the research areas in chemistry or physics.
Yeah, so basically that is very much a recommended thing to do right from the beginning when you do not have that knowledge of what you are interested in or what you want to do next. Basically just pick something that you think is cool and do a short little project, and then develop the sense of where you want to go further with that, or try out something new.
Things get a little trickier after third year and fourth year because I think these days I'm pretty sure that a lot of students have actually entered different scholarships, different exchange programs with European universities or American universities. So it can be a little challenging. Unless you have a good GPA, I think it can be a little tough. But rest assured, if you're having a GPA which is decent, and by decent I mean 7 and higher, you are still in a good position. So don't be afraid to venture out to different professors or reach out to different professors in different universities for projects. So keep that in mind.
So I did all my research internships or projects within the country. But he went out for one of them, so maybe tell the viewers about that.
Yeah, so it was the fourth year and I did my fourth year project at University of St Andrews in Scotland. I was lucky enough to get selected for that because it was a part of the St Andrews and IISER Mohali exchange program. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but if it is, be sure to be on the lookout. So yeah, I did my project there in biology. Keep in mind that even though you might not like that project or it might not be relevant to your current research, don't hesitate to venture out to different areas of research.
Yeah, because I think it opens up opportunities for interdisciplinary research after you finish the BSMS degree in IISER. So having that exposure while you are at IISER is going to be really beneficial.
So Sonia and me graduated out in 2014 summer, May. That was the third graduation of IISER. But we did the thing that made us happy was that we knew what path we were going to choose. So she took a path of PhD in Australia, and I took a similar path, but in US.
Yeah, so I decided to go for PhD in astrophysics, as those were one of the interesting courses I took during my majors in IISER. And I did my PhD from Australian National University in Canberra.
And I did my PhD in chemistry, more specifically physical chemistry, from University of Southern California in Los Angeles.
And the way we went about applying for a PhD outside India after our BS-MS was basically sending out lots and lots of emails to different professors who we Googled up and who we think do interesting science and the science that interests us.
And just waiting for the reply too.
Yeah, so different universities have different application procedures. You look them up online and fill out their applications. There's also a research proposal that you need to cook up a little bit, indicating what you would like to do research in during your PhD.
Yeah.
Just a brief idea, not a very elongated.
I'm sure you must have a bit of knowledge of what you want to do in your PhD. So based on that, just draft a page or two of research statement and send it out to your professors.
So if you've done projects during your IISER time that you really liked and you exactly know what you want to do next, then it's well and good. Go for that. Mention that this is what you would like to do in your research proposal or your research statement, and you're fine. If you don't, then also you don't need to worry about it, because read about things that you think you are slightly inclined towards, then look up different professors in these different universities and write to them saying, this is what I am interested in.
However, the things in US are a little different. You'll have to choose a different route, which is through GRE examination. So make sure that if you want to apply for a US university, you plan way ahead in time, because most of the admission deadlines close up by December or Jan at the earliest. So yeah, I gave my GRE examination and I ended up here at USC, but my GRE score honestly was not that great. So even if you don't do very well on a GRE, don't fret. Just keep you calm. As long as you are above 300, let's say, you are fine. Just keep applying to the universities and to the professors that you've looked up already in US, and I'm pretty sure you will get through any one of those universities for sure.
But one correction though, I'm not sure the score you mentioned applies to our time and maybe not to right now.
Probably, yeah. I like I said, we are probably old age now. So yeah, things might have changed a little bit different now. Regardless, what I'm trying to get through is that no matter how you perform in your GRE, don't lose your hope. Just keep applying for positions in US or in Europe, wherever you want to go.
I only had to give TOEFL which is an English proficiency like GRE, but for the US GRE you have a subject GRE and you have English GRE.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
yeah, honestly, subject GRE doesn't really matter unless you're trying to target the top universities.
But I was too lazy at that time, and so I just decided to go for options that required the least effort, which was applying in Europe and Australia.
We have a few friends who have opted out of not doing PhD and then instead choosing something else. There is that option as well, but I'm not sure how the current situation or the current alumni is doing in different IISERs. So it's better to reach out to your institution alumni page or association to know more about what opportunities are there right after a PS, integrated BS-MS from IISER.
We're not too sure about if a placement cell exists and how does that function, but I'm sure you will find that information on the website or after talking to the alumni, as he said.
Yeah, I think things are much improved, because back when we were doing our bachelor's masters, they didn't really have a placement cell, but I think the present students should have that access. So we both graduated from our PhD in 2020, around mid-2020. And then I secured a job at Intel in Portland, Oregon, and she secured a job in NASA in Maryland, in Goddard Space Flight Center. Yeah.
So I'm a postdoctoral research fellow at NASA. Both of us kind of took again different paths after our PhD, in the sense I am still in academia doing research and he has moved on to industry.
So we won't talk too much about our PhD life,
because otherwise this video will never end. If you guys want us to make a separate video on our PhD lives, then we might as well do that if you comment below and let us know.
I think the point to be driven here is that how IISER helped us shape our career so far.
Yeah, so what I believe is having exposure to these different subjects, right, in the first 2 years, which at first seemed really odd, and we were like really fussed about this. We were like, why do we have to study biology when I left biology right after grade 10? I think that was really helpful in getting a broad overview.
I think one of the good things that I like about IISER is the fact that you get to do interdisciplinary research in the first 2 years. That helps you gather knowledge from different areas like biology, chemistry, physics, and mathematics. I mean, for example, if you look at me, I chose chemistry. I wanted to do physics in the beginning, but I chose chemistry for the only reason that I would be able to do some kind of a mixed research from physics and chemistry, because there's some parts of physics that I do like and there's some parts of chemistry that I do like. So at the end of the day, in the 5th year, I was able to combine those two topics and then make something out of it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that would have been really useful in your PhD as well.
Absolutely. In fact, as a matter of fact, actually, I did the exact same thing in PhD. I did optical physics, so which is kind of a mixture of physics and chemistry.
The other advantage of studying at IISER, or the other way that IISER has shaped our career, is through this last year research project, which I believe is like the perfect starting point for a PhD.
Yeah, I think one of the questions that I do get, or at least I know a lot of people have that question in their mind, is that how do you know if you want to do a PhD after 5 years? I think that is a very question that you would realize after you finish your 5th year research project. That kind of shapes you, or kind of puts you in the position to decide if you want to do a PhD or not.
Yeah.
For us, I think after 4th year, we didn't really have much options, to be honest. So we didn't really have an alumni cell. In a way, PhD was our only option. And I think that was a fair enough decision that what we made to continue the path down for the PhD.
Yeah, so at that point, after your 4th year, you have like 1 full year to delve into research and decide for yourself if this is something you would like to continue after your degree gets over.
So that was pretty much our IISER life. If you think that we might have missed something, or any questions that you might want us to be answered, just let us know in the comment section and we will try to assist you in any way we can.
Yeah, so let us know what you think, and if you have any questions, we are more than happy to answer. So if you like this video and would like to see more such educational videos in future on our channel, then subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and press the bell icon for notifications from our channel. See you next time.